Alright, next thing I'm going to do to this is put a receiver hitch here, the pusher hitch with the receiver. So that'll be a piece that goes inside the handle, be sticking up about that far, with a hole through it where a pin can go. It should be pretty simple and straightforward. There's the handle. I gotta go get a locking pin so it doesn't come off, which this one's much more secure than the first one I've done. It's got a longer bit and it's square. Whereas the first one I did was round. So there, that bit's sticking up. Now onto the little zoomies. I've got some cool little stainless 90-degree bends. They're about 1 inch, I believe. They're going to come up here. I'm going to put the body on first, and they're going to get bolted underneath. Right, we're back on the bench. I've got my little pipes here. Basically going to be like that. I'm tilted back slightly. I'm going to mount them under here. What I might do, there's a piece of metal under here. I might put another piece coming down like this. Just enough to receive these. I want these sort of hanging out a little bit. I don't want them too close to the bodywork. Would you have a look at that? It's like some sort of weird intake. These are the zoomies. Look at that. Perfection. Now, when I welded these, I went to TIG weld them. I just blew some holes in it, so I used the MIG. So I MIG welded these up. Not too bad, not too good, but you won't see any of that stuff. It's going to be hidden underneath. And none of these lined up properly. It was, doing my head in. So I had it in here, clamped in here when I was welding it. I thought, oh, wonder if this will fit in the bandsaw. So I clamped it up really tight, chucked it in the bandsaw, opened it right up, and cut straight through here in the bandsaw. I had to do it very slowly because this is thin material. That is a blade that is 4 thin material, but this is thinner than what's recommended, and there's no support. It's being held down here. All these are slightly movable, so it was squealing, it was vibrating, and it even threw the blade off the wheels at one point, but I got through it. I was supporting this with a piece of rubber as well to try and dampen some of the vibrations, but it came out damn near perfect. Alright, they look cool. Zoomies! Yeah! Turned out pretty bloody good. Very happy with that. So now I've got those on there. I didn't show welding it because it was a pain in the butt. Now that they're on there, I'm going to work on in here. I'll put the kick panel in. And then the shift is going to mount somewhere here. And then the little chrome steering wheel's going in. Let's get cracking. Steering wheel and shifter mounted. Need to clean it up a little bit. There's basically a bolt in here, comes up to here. I milled 2 flats on this because it's got like a D shape, or double D actually, on there. And that one's got a washer with countersunk screw bolts up under there, and it's bolted. That's the steering shaft bolted. They didn't want screws because they'd fall out. Well, when I say fall out, a kid could pull down on this and it would rip it out of the wood. I didn't want that. But yeah, check it out. The fat wheels, the zoomies, the big shifter, the steering wheel. Now this boot lid, there's so much space in here that's just wasted. It's wasted. So I want to cut this boot lid out, hinge it, put a little key lock in there, and then box it all out so there's usable space and it won't fall out through any of the little gaps I've got around. Little gaps. And the wheel arches or tubs. So I want to put a little storage area in here for the customer who doesn't know about it. He will when he watches this video. Been messing with this boot for far too long. Moment of truth. Will it work this time? Bloody better, I'll tell you. On and off, on and off, on and off. These hinges didn't work, those hinges didn't work, they went right, this one worked. So I'm going to go for it and just take all the tape right off. The bolts tighten themselves up, that's the issue. Yes. Fiberglass them in. I was planning on taking this apart and fiberglassing them separate, but I think I might just go for it and do it while it's in there. And if I have to recut the hole, then I have to recut the hole. Oh, what a relief. Gap's not perfect, but I can manipulate it a little bit. Alright, let's go glass these things in here, because I've had enough of them. Doing my head in. I want to open it one more time. Yes. It gets stiff here, which is good. I always like it when it gets stiff there. But if you don't want to tell me now, I guess I'll never know. It's coming along. Number 3. Pretty good. The hard part is going to be figuring out this latch because I can't see in there. I was thinking about fiberglassing a pin coming out here. We'll see how it looks on the body because there's a piece of metal that runs along here it might interfere with. So if I can put something in that piece of metal that this will catch onto, that'd be great. Alright, we're back on the chassis. You see the issue? No? It's only a little one. There's not enough gap here. I would have liked more. I would have liked this boot lid to sit up on top and you would have had that much space and be able to use all this area back here. But these hinges work the best. I don't like exposed hinges because that would have been super easy just to rivet some on, call it a day. But not all is lost. So I can make a wall basically here. So let's zoom out a little bit. There we go. Let's put a wall up here and then in attached to here and here. Just like a little box. This will be the front lip of the box. So you'll be able to put, you know, a few snacks and a water bottle in here for the kid, and it will it'll be better than nothing. I need to work out some better hinges, but for now this is it. And I'm hoping to be able to use this piece of metal to catch the catch, basically. I'm gonna have to take the wheels off so I can see in here to see where that's sitting in relation to this, and hopefully just put a bolt in there and it can catch on the bolt. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? There it is, little tiny rod. There we go. One boot area. Put some little subwoofers in here. Be sick. Now that that's taken care of, I gotta do some interior panels. Basically just I got some masonite, I think it is, from there over to the edge on both sides. And just like that, side panels are in. Super easy. They're not attached at the moment. I'm gonna leave that up to the customer, because you'll probably want to trim them or something. Yeah, side panels are here. The other thing left is the front end, which is waiting on part for the printer. There it is, assembled, painted. The big shiny handle on it. It's got green grips to go on there, but I'm not going to put them on yet. That little boot section, pretty happy with it. I just aired these tyres up. They went from flat, almost concave, to bubbled, so I had to trim a little bit more out of the body, which is fine. Now all I need is wheels. Where's the wheels at? Well, let's go have a look, shall we? Bam, there it is. The Gasser Style 55 is done. Custom wheels, zoomies, chrome bits, functioning boot. Doesn't open anymore. Handle, I haven't put the grips on because the customer thinks that this might be too wide. I think it's fine, but it's up to him. Look at that. That is wicked. Once this thing's painted, it's going to be mint under cream. So that part will be cream, the rest of it will be mint green. It'll look wicked. I'm going to ask for some pictures of it when it's done. I'm very happy with how it's turned out. Very happy. Interior panels. Excellent. Look at that. Designed and printed by yours truly. Have a look at what's underneath all that stuff. And that's it for this build. Thank you very much for watching. Consider subscribing, hitting that like button.